Hello my friends, today is June 23rd. Bogdan, Manuka Honey Guru with you. Today my friends, I want to make sort of agenda and to make my video short. I try to continue and probably to finish a series of telling you, teaching you about sort of BS happen on US market related to Manuka honey. You know what BS is. That's why I want you to buy Manuka honey consciously, placing your mind in gear to understand what Manuka honey is good for you. So, the first one is I want you to pay attention on the label. I'm not telling you about to read thoroughly about everything on a label. That's obviously. What I want you to pay your attention is certain number of icons, labels, that nowadays big company used for hooking you, to attract you because of trending. One of such label that they think gonna attract your attention and ignite your purchase is such wording raw Manuka honey. I'm gonna tell you a small secret. Raw honey and raw Manuka honey does exist only at the beehive comb. When you extract a frame with honey, that's a raw honey on it. After that, mechanically or thermally, honey gonna be extracted to become just honey out of comb. So, good practice beehive owners or beekeepers, they use centrifuge. They inserted, probably you're gonna see on YouTube a lot of videos about how beekeepers extract honey from this comb frame. So, if you think that honey could be raw after mechanical or thermal application, it's up to you. I am not sharing such statement. I do truly believe that raw honey does exist only at the beehive or on beehive comb frame. That's a raw honey. As soon as you apply anything to that honey, it's losing statement raw. For me, you can accept it whatever you want. I'm just trying to tell you about my opinion and actually logical understanding about what raw means. Manuka honey. Manuka honey coming to United States from New Zealand. And there is a special technique. Let me repeat, all Manuka honey manufacturers apply to pack their Manuka honey, including my brand, Bee Magic. Fortunately or unfortunately, it is a fact. All Manuka honey are filtered. It's a reason. Filtered through the mesh with diameter between 100 and 175 microns to remove pollen, Why to do that? Because when you remove pollen, Manuka honey can become like that. If you not gonna remove pollen, the pollen crystals became a point of sugar crystallization, and after certain number of months, Manuka honey should be as hard as a rock, and probably you're gonna see a lot of honey on the grocery store that became separated. Top fracture, it's a liquidish, and the bottom fracture is a sugar. To avoid that, all brands, all Manuka honey manufacturers have to filter their honey to remove excess of pollen. That's actually why. And nobody, and no one brand, including mine, cannot put this word filtered honey on a label. If my video gonna be available to any brand owner, please send me your complaint and tell me your brand is not filtered. I'm gonna show you the proof you are lying to me. All Manuka honey brands filter their honey. Good. Remember that. Next, if you see a label non-GMO, gene modified organism, another icon on a label that based on manufacturer's opinion gonna attract your buyer's desire to buy. Again, please put your mind in gear. Non-GMO, no gene modified organism, New Zealand wilderness, Manuka honey produced from Manuka bush. Manuka bush grows only at the wilderness. It's not farming plant. There is no points to become GMO or non-GMO. So another BS. Please keep it in mind. Why I'm telling you about that? I try to clear your mind telling you about these marketing tricks instead of providing you with a good, reasonable, and trustful information about what Manuka honey is. Because nowadays, because of financial recession, big brands are fighting to each other for customers, for you, trying to attract more and more attention to their brand. That's why they put excessive number of labels that have no relationship to the product. That's actually why I do suggest to keep in mind that instead of providing a good, true information about their product, some manufacturer used to put unreasonable points of sale to attract you as a buyer. Another point is organic. You know, New Zealand does not run organic project, only United States. Manuka honey being produced from wilderness growing plants, Manuka bush. There is no way to be not organic. Nobody cultivate them, nobody growing them on a farm. That's why it cannot be non-organic. It's organic by definition. It's a natural even by Torah. Keep it in mind. If you see word organic, that's another BS. Mass presence brand. I told you previously, and please keep it in mind when you select your brand. If you go to grocery store, you should not, or you are not able to buy medicinal grade Manuka honey. At the same time, I would appreciate if you ask yourself, why do you buy this Manuka honey except not for health support? Do you really buy this Manuka honey for $30, $40, $50 per 9 ounces just to add it in your smoothie, tea, or coffee? Probably not. Probably you've been told that Manuka honey is a good functional food that provide you with antibacterial and antiviral therapeutic properties. That's actually why we all pay this enormous amount of money for small portion of Manuka honey. But in grocery stores, you are buying only Manuka honey word on a label because you don't pay attention to digits that stated on the label. Please keep it in mind. Digits in MGO grade must be over 400 to state that this Manuka honey is really therapeutic grade Manuka honey. Next, batch number. Each brand has a batch number on a back label. Please keep in mind what batch number is. Batch, it's amount of honey being put in volume tank to produce this amount of Manuka honey in jars. For instance, if the volume of this tank is 1 ton, that's a batch number. Batch number tastes at laboratory. It's supposed to be tasted, and that has a start and it has a limit. 1 ton. 1 ton, it's approximately 2,200 pounds. It's a big amount, but it's 1 ton, it's 1 pallet. If you see a batch number that covers 10, 20, 30,000 of these jars, that means the volume of the tank is much bigger, was much bigger in New Zealand if it was packed in New Zealand. How you do understand the value of the batch? Just imagine about the barrel. Barrel is a 55 gallons. Each barrel must be passed through independent laboratory testing. After that, this barrel turned upside down, and all honey from that barrel, that call them drum in New Zealand, it goes to that tank to mix it and to produce what we see that. Can you imagine if that tank volume at the factory is bigger than the tested barrel, which is 55 gallons? Just think about it. How many barrels tested separately being mixed in a big tank that now is responsible for a specific batch number? And that batch number is the only one sample or two samples goes to laboratory for tasting. So you don't know specifically at the big batch what real property or what real MGO number at that batch number, because I told you laboratory takes only samples from barrels, not from tank. Why actually Manuka? Let me return to this topic. Why do you think Manuka deserves to pay for such amount of money? You're right, because it's a health supporting stuff. Regardless of the fact it's a honey, it's a specific honey. It's we can call them functional food honey, because Manuka honey kills Helicobacter pylori that really negatively impacts our stomach flora. That Helicobacter pylori causing our stomach ulcer. It's a natural antibiotic. That's actually why we pay such enormous amount of money for Manuka honey. At the same time, we have to pay such enormous amount of money for real Manuka honey that really helps. And what happens if you buy 1, 2, 3 jars of Manuka honey and it doesn't help you? It's an obvious reaction. You're gonna stop buying that Manuka honey because you don't have any benefits, you don't feel them, and the image of Manuka honey just dropping down in your mind, and you stop consuming Manuka honey. The same time, another brand is providing real medicinal property, Manuka honey, and providing good health supporting benefits for your body, but you don't know about that because you already gave up. That's actually why I'm trying to teach you about how to separate nowadays big mass production Manuka honey brands from small batches, not widely available Manuka honey that carry real good therapeutic properties. That's why I'm teaching you about how to consume Manuka honey to reach real good effect to your health. Why be magic Manuka honey? Because I flew to New Zealand. I sourced Manuka honey for my brand because I know how important for my health Manuka honey is. In this video, I am not going to touch any other natural stuff that I do consume every day and I do recommend you to consume. You know, like bee propolis, like shilajit, and like Siberian cedar sap. We're gonna talk about that in the next video. But today, what I'm trying to tell you is, please, Manuka honey is for everyday consumption regardless of the season, regardless of summer, spring, fall, or winter. Manuka honey is for people, real Manuka honey I'm talking about, for people with family history, with serious chronic disease that related to lower and upper gut. Please consume Manuka honey, but please select right Manuka honey if you want to get any health benefits. If you have any questions, you can shoot here in the comments, or you can shoot me email. I do provide consultation completely for free. You can visit our website where I collected all this natural stuff from around the globe. Personally, I incorporate all of them under my brand of Be Magic and Health Republic and provide it to you, to American consumers, because I stayed behind this brand. I do consume it every morning, every day. I am a guinea pig, so you can trust the result. Unfortunately, big retailers are not welcoming my brand because it's a little bit expensive, because it's real. But what can I do? I cannot fight with them. That's why I am asking you, if you want to consume real product, please buy it from our website, or you can find it on Amazon, you can find it on Etsy, you can find it on eBay. If you feel more comfortable, you can buy from that marketplace. If you feel confident, you can buy from our website. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good health. Слава Україні! Героям слава! Bye-bye.